Hey everyone, welcome back to the vlogging truth. All right, so this is just a quick video, but before I get into what I want to say for this video, I just want to say really quick that vlogs will be coming in very far apart and very delayed because right now I am working on this project that I want to get off the ground. And for me to do that, I'll have to, just upload videos way later than how I upload videos. So if you come here, you don't see any vlogs for a certain amount of time, then I definitely will have to upload those vlogs whenever I find the time, whenever that is. But these videos will keep coming because all I have to do is prompt my phone up, talk, and upload, right? And maybe just throw a thumbnail in there or something. So if you don't know already, I have a business called Roti Darling. I will admit that I'm not the best cook. I'm not a chef. And I won't discuss in this video how I ended up having this type of business and why I'm still doing it. But for the most part, what I do tastes good, right? And I'm not being biased. This is just off of experience, many years of doing it, learning different techniques about how to do it, what type of products to use, what to do, what not to do, and based on reviews. Now, for the past, what would I say, couple of months, a lot of people have been commenting and giving me 1-star reviews saying that it is the roti is tasteless and it doesn't taste like authentic Trinidadian roti. Now, I'm not going to get into why they're assuming it's Trinidadian roti, where it's really Guyanese roti, because I'm Guyanese, so I'm making Guyanese roti. I'm not going to get into that. But I just got a 1-star review today. Someone complaining that the roti is tasteless and that it is, what would I say, not authentic Trinidadian roti. And I figured out why they would have probably thought or said that it's Trinidadian roti. So I like to go on YouTube, and every time I get like a bad review, I like to give myself reassurance just to ensure that I'm doing things the right way. So I'm really curious to know what's the difference between a Trinidadian roti and a Guyanese roti. I do notice with Trinidadians that their roti, and depending on where that Trinidadian lives, they call it different things. Like they would say roti is the one with less peas, which in Guyana we call that dal puri, or they would call roti their bus up shot. Now in Guyana, in a Guyanese oil roti, which is to me the same as a Trinidadian roti without the peas, or a bus up shot, we don't put, well, growing up, I didn't see people put salt in the roti. My mother never put salt in her Guyanese roti. I started the business when I was living in Jamaica, and when you move around and you learn about supply and demand, you learn that different cultures gravitate to different things. So in Jamaica, the Jamaicans like their roti with a lot of salt. I would say a lot of salt. So moving to the US and doing it here to satisfy the culture here, as majority of the people who are buying the roti are Guyanese, I put half the amount of salt that I would have put when I was living in Jamaica for the Jamaicans or for the Jamaican populace. Now, very few Guyanese will tell you, very few, maybe 1 or 2 out of hundreds of customers will tell you, don't put any salt, any at all in the roti. But I put just enough salt for it to be, in my opinion, tasty. And I would put not too much for it not to be very salty, right? So I was watching this video on YouTube. I think it's called Cooking with Rhea. That's her channel. I usually watch her videos. And I was reading the comments, and someone commented and said they cannot understand why anyone would want to hit the dislike button on this video. And the person also said that some people really do hit dislike for absolutely no reason at all. So I wanted to comment on that comment and say that is very true. I agree, right? Upon going to comment on that comment, I saw several other comments, and there's this one comment that said that maybe the people who are pressing dislike are Guyanese. Listen. If you're watching this video and you're having a difficult time with human beings, don't feel bad. Just know that it's not you. Right now, I'm beginning to burn up in the car. Let me just turn on the engine. I have to laugh. Let me just turn on the engine and get a bit of AC on. It's 69 degrees only, but because I'm locked in the car and the windows are not down, it's hot. And let me plug out this. Listen, you are not the problem a lot of times. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. How could you comment on a comment saying that they don't understand why the video is getting so many dislikes, to say that maybe it's Guyanese? In Guyana, you know what you call that? I pass. In Jamaica, you say face the disrespect out of order. Generally, you would say that person is ridiculous. Like, why would you say that? Why would you conclude that it maybe is a Guyanese? Of all other cultures, all other countries, maybe because Guyana is a roti country, people love roti in Guyana, maybe that is why you just assume that maybe it's Guyanese disliking the video. I'm like, people are something else. And it's like, I sat there for a good minute wondering if I should respond about my dilemma and showing that person that maybe it's a freaking Trinidadian, because Trinidadians are the one giving me 1 stars on my store, claiming that my roti is tasteless and it doesn't taste like Trinidadian roti, and it's not Trinidadian roti, it's Guyanese roti. And then on the flip side, you're assuming that maybe it's Guyanese, and no Guyanese not there blatantly giving the video shade or anything like that. So why would you just conclude that it's a Guyanese? What's wrong with people? And you know, I said, let me come here. I'm not going to comment on that video. And that's something I refrain from doing on YouTube and on social media because of how people could come at you and it could affect you emotionally and mentally. I try not to comment negatively. I try always to be positive in my comments because I don't like when people come at me in the comment section. And I'm like, you know what? Instead of commenting there, I have a voice here on my YouTube channel, and I'll put this video out for people who just like to assume or make assumptions. Like, stop making assumptions. Why would you assume that it's a Guyanese? Why? And then they said maybe it's a Guyanese because Guyanese don't clap their roti. No, they didn't say Guyanese don't clap their roti. They say Guyanese don't use the sticks to hit the roti. So maybe that's why it's a Guyanese. And you know, in all my years of having made roti for different cultures and different people, most of the time, the people who do not complain are black Guyanese. Usually, the people who find an issue with everything and who would shade you, who would trash your business, would either be a Trinidadian. With all due respect, I'm saying this with all due respect. This is just me stating the facts, right? It would usually be a Trinidadian or it would be an Indian. And that's facts. This is not me coming on YouTube to shade any race or any culture or any particular nationality, right? And this reminds me of something that happened a long time ago. There is this a client of mine. She used to buy roti from me in Jamaica. Her husband committed suicide after I moved to the US. And at the time when her husband committed suicide, she was pregnant. And everybody was saying, rumors are so nasty. Don't come to me with a rumor because I'm going to shut you down. Firstly, I'm going to ask you, how do you know that? Like, who gave you that indication to know that is true about that person? I hate rumors. Now, because she was pregnant at the time when her husband committed suicide, a lot of rumors came out, which included that the child that she was pregnant with was not her husband's baby, and he found out that the baby wasn't his, so he killed himself. Now, there were people out there who believed this, who stood by this, who believed that this was so. It's like them and the woman have sex, and they can confirm that the baby doesn't belong to the man. Like, how dare you say that? And the people who were criticizing her and who had confirmation in themselves that the baby wasn't the guy's baby as to why he killed himself is people that I know very well, right? Now, the baby born. When the baby born, the baby looked just like her father, just like the man who killed himself. The complexion, his personality. If you see her now, she's older now, so she looks as though she's gonna be tall like her father. The child just looks just like the father. So when the baby born now, I went back to a particular person and I said, what do you have to say for yourself now that the baby born? What do you have to say for yourself? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? You and your friends, to know that you guys criticized this woman for giving her husband a jacket as to why he committed suicide. Like, how dare you? Fast forward, Serena Williams, who just retired, by the way. I was talking to that same individual who just criticized my customer for God knows what, that her baby wasn't her husband's baby. The same person is going to tell me that Serena Williams treats her husband bad. And I hope that person sees this video so that they could look within themselves and know that we have to stop. We have to stop with naysay and rumors and just coming to our own conclusion about who people are and people's lives, and believing lies about people also. It's not good. It's terrible, right? Now, you're telling me that Serena Williams treats her husband bad. Now, I always ask this question. How the hell do you know? How do you know? Who tell you that Serena Williams treats her husband bad? Maybe she does. I don't know. Who cares? I don't know Serena Williams. I don't know her husband. Now he's gonna tell me that he knows she treats her husband bad because of some clip he saw. What's wrong with people? Like, what is wrong with people? I like when people come to me with some stuff, it's like how my mind operates. I would shut you down right away. That's why people don't really call my phone and gossip and have certain conversations with me. Because it's ridiculous. I hate gossip. I hate rumors. I hate them say, she say. Why would you even know that someone did something and you don't know? Like, who does that? And to that person who commented on that video, why the hell it has to be a Guyanese? Why can't be a Trinidadian who is disliking the videos? You can see the people who disliking, maybe it's Guyanese. like Guyanese are not hard to please, honestly. Especially when it comes to roti making. Guyanese love roti so much that even when the roti tastes bad, they eat it. That is, at least Guyanese, I know. You don't have to go overboard and flick up and down the place for a Guyanese to eat a bad tasting roti. I mean, if you ask them how the roti tastes and it didn't taste good, they'll tell you the truth. Because a lot of times my roti may not taste good, and somebody would say, oh, maybe it's too this, or maybe it's this, and maybe you can make improvements. As I said, I'm not a chef. But I always admonish people in my videos to just be more mindful of just life, yourself, the people you're dealing with, the things that come out of your mouth. It is not right to just assume. Like they say, when you assume, there's a saying about assumption and being a jackass. I don't remember it right now. It's something that we used to say when we were little children. But don't assume people. Get the facts. Get the facts directly from the source. And then you can talk. And when we talk, always try to talk in defense of what is right. Why the hell it has to be a Guyanese? Anyway, I have a lot of other videos of me ranting and venting on the channel. Feel free to go through and check those out. I'm on TikTok now. I'm not like a big TikTok person, but I like TikTok. It's like a non-judgmental space that you could just throw stuff up there and people, you know, are receptive to it more than how they're receptive to it on other social media platforms. And I think that that's why TikTok is doing so well. It's just a nice environment to share anything, basically. So check me out on TikTok. I'm also there as the Vlogging Truth. I'll link everything in the description box down below, and I'll see you in my next video.